Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dak going to start out going to the air. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync,
as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stiff-armed him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 39, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
10th carry now for Elliott. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop for 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pickett sets up play action.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Micah Parsons
charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Rolling to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
4th down, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Flush to his right.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Harris running straight ahead. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 6. And the Steelers.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Pickett now on 1st down.
Completes it to Austin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 8.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his leg.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. for the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A handoff left, Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Third and long for Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Oh, the return is Sims.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They'll run again with Harris.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Can you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Elliott running right. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go to Elliott again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side with Elliott, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
47. We go 46, 46. Go, get out there, get out there. We're going to 53. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A give to Elliott running left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. A give to Elliott.
A nice little juke. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.